today? Well, you caught me. I'm here reading my mother's copy of my book. Yep, my mom bought the first copy. Gotta love your mother. And this is the first edition. The second edition's better. Don't let her know. I figured, I usually when I do these regular poetry readings, I usually do, just like two or three, but this is the name of the book. What the book is named after. This is a poem called Words Can't Describe. Comfortable in a bunch of different ways. The cats in the clutter, tapestry on the wall, the first thing we hung. A wildflower meadow surrounded by firs, a deep and dense forest, purple mountain silhouette blends with the sky. God is Picasso as he applies color, orange, gold, and crimson. They soon turn to black as the sun says farewell. The moon has come back. Surrounded by boxes, some open, most closed, Riley hugs the carpet and stares at the glow. The wheels are spinning, but nobody's home. He ponders no questions. He searches his soul. He's looking at nothing, but captures it all. The cats are amongst us. The large one is gray. They beg for attention. We melt like glaciers. Consumed with the puzzle, the greens and the yellows, the purples and reds, the full color spectrum wraps rings round our heads. So much is spinning. So I look to the floor. More colors splash on me. I look to the door. So, this poem was the first one that I had written in, I don't even know how long. Do you know how long, Holly? She pretends not to be looking, but then I look at her and she looks. So this is the first poem that I wrote in a long time. I wrote it at my friend Dylan's house. It was just days after they had moved in, so it had a little bit of exaggeration in it, talking about, the tapestry, the first thing we hung, and the boxes and whatnot. It was supposed to represent his new home and us setting up his new home, with there still being things around whereas no, they had been there for like 7 days, for like a week or so, and everything was set. But we went up to visit them. I think this was the first time we were there to see them. And we were sitting around in the dining room where there's this tapestry on the wall. And I basically described the tapestry as if it was the day, because, obviously in a tapestry, in a picture, it doesn't just, like the sunset doesn't occur and then the moon comes out. But that's what I saw in it. A wildflower meadow surrounded by firs, like an arch in the horizon in the distance of fir trees. It looked very deep and dense. And in the background was Purple Mountain silhouette. And to accent that, I talked about how it blended with the sky. God being Picasso. This wasn't really there, but the sunset I added in, and those were just some interesting words for the sunset. And then we talk about, black, the moon comes back and blends into what's going on in the room. And I am sitting writing this poem, and, it kind of got bogged down a little bit after I stopped looking at the tapestry. And everybody was just sitting around staring. There was 3 or 4 of us. I won't name names. There were 3 or 4 of us just laying down, relaxed on our backs with our arms back behind our head and staring at the ceiling fan rotate. And it was an older house, so the ceiling fan was like jerking, 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 jerking. When it goes around a certain area, it's smooth, 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 jerk, smooth, 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 jerk. And it's making this subtle noise, but also the offset light from that little bit of low hang was, making a little bit of a different spectrum in the color. So I look at Riley, who's next to me, and he looks so comfortable. So he's hugging the carpet, and he stares at the glow of this light, and I ask him, Riley, what do you see? And he doesn't say anything for a few seconds. His wheels are spinning, but nobody's home. He's not pondering my question. He knows what I said. but he's searching for what it means to him as he searches in his soul. And he seems to be looking at nothing, but it's all there. He captures it all. And he says to me, words can't describe. So I go to the top of the page and I write down words can't describe. This cat is in the bottom compartment screwing with moving stuff around. It's like such a child, you know? It just wants to, like, it wants attention, so it's being annoying. I mean, it's cute. It's cute annoyance, but she knows what she's doing. Yeah, so he says words can't describe, so I immediately go and I put that as the title, and because that poem meant so much, because it was, you know, like basically the beginning of the Renaissance, I had to put it in there as the title of this book. And I don't know if I'll do that again anytime soon. I have 3 more books in the making, none of which have one of the poems within them titled. There is a poem that I really, really like. It's called Mr. Longlegs. It means a lot to me. I was going to use that as a title, but it ended up in what'll probably be my next book, Passages. So I don't think that anything else is really worthy. So this poem really speaks to me. That's why I wanted to put it in there. So on this nice calm day, I really appreciate y'all listening. So we're just going to cut it out there. Have a good rest of ye.